G'day headbangers and welcome to Dozer's Metalworks. Welcome back, my fellow metalheads, to another edition of Dozer's Metalworks. Well, I'm glad I can get back to doing this segment. I accidentally deleted the first segment last year when I screwed up, and so I had to redo the segment. So I've started up the segment again, Metal Warriors, which is basically either fellow wrestlers or mates or whatever, random dudes off the street even, who are big hard rock and heavy metal fans. And what I do is I'll give them 10 questions so they can have a bit of a think about it. Then it's basically an interview and they answer the questions and all that kind of stuff. So I was able to catch up with Jake Gibson at the show last weekend. So let's take a look. G'day headbangers and welcome back to Dozer Metalworks. Now, because I lost the last lot of footage, I have to do it again. I'm going to have a segment called Metal Warriors, where it's fellow metalheads, whether it's wrestlers or just mates or random people off the street, want to talk about their love of rock and metal. So naturally, the first person I did way back when was my tag team partner, Jake Gibson. I thought, well, we've got a show today. He's down here in Canberra, so why not get him back? So everyone, welcome my former tag team partner and good mate, Jake Gibson.
Thanks for having me.
Good to have you back again. So, okay. Now, I will say to people that I send these people questions beforehand, so it gives them time to study, and what they can answer so it's a lot easier. So I sent Jake the questions again during the week.
And I chose to wing it instead.
And he chose to wing it instead. So
here we go.
We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so question number one is, who got you into metal, and what bands did they start you on?
Oh, that's really hard. Look, I've been exposed to heavy metal since I was a kid. I can't exactly pinpoint particular people, but you hear things on the radio like Metallica, Megadeth, or you see a big blockbuster film and they've got heavy metal on the soundtrack, So like in instances like that, that's where I started hearing, some really popular songs. And of course, like when I was a teenager, a big video game at the time, Guitar Hero.
Okay.
Yeah, so that sort of also opened up the door more. Obviously, I got to learn the artists, the names of the songs, and explore from that point in time. Because I wasn't very privy with the internet at that point in my life. So that would have been that and LimeWire. I can think LimeWire.
Forest Wire.
Yeah. For sort of opening the floodgates to my metal fandom. Because at that point in time in my life, I was a big Green Day fan. I liked the punk scene. But of course, a little bit of metal here and there, AC/DC, Black Sabbath, which obviously evolved a lot more over time. Yeah.
All right. So next one is, what are your top 10 bands, old school and more recent? Now, if you can't think of the 10, you can do 5.
I'll do a finger count just to see how we go.
Yeah.
All right. So in no particular order, I'll just name a couple that I listen to frequently. So AC/DC. I mean, they have a metalish vibe to them. We'll go, old school. Metallica, Megadeth, Black Sabbath. Let's see. Alter Bridge. They're a great, more recent band, formerly known as Creed.
Oh, okay.
But they just changed singers. Christ, who else? I listen to so many of them. Gojira, I like them. Who else do I like? There's a lot to go through in the back of my brain. Go with that for now.
Right.
Yeah,
yes. He forgot Iron Maiden, but we'll let him off with it. Okay, the next one is bands you have seen live and bands you'd like to see live.
The second you said see live, I don't know why I couldn't think of it in the top 10. Judas Priest.
Yes. I've seen them live.
Yes, I went to a couple of the last Soundwaves festivals. That was my only way to really tackle a lot of bands that were like bucket lists for me. So seeing Judas Priest, Slash, Fisher, Miles Kennedy, and the and the, what are they called? Wow, it's been a while since I listened to it. But yeah, who else was there? There was a bunch, Godsmack, Fozzy. Let's see, Fozzy Live, that was interesting.
That would have been good,
And so many. I think my favorite, I got to see Metallica live there as well. Linkin Park, The Offspring, another bit of punk, but they're loud and heavy. I got to see Slayer there as well.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we both like to see Slayer, I think, so that's a good thing.
But I did get to see Black Sabbath in 2016 in their final Sydney show. And I got to pick up some really nice merch. I think I was third row from the front, so I got to see the band up close. I got to see Ozzy right up close, so that sticks in my mind.
Yep.
You know, AC/DC, I've been front row twice. Not their most recent tour, but the two previous albums I was there for.
Alright, cool. Next one is top 10 albums.
Okay, I'll try to remember more than 5. Because, look, my default go-to is always going to be AC/DC's Back in Black. Black Sabbath's Paranoid. Black Sabbath's Master of Reality. I'm going to start listing all Black Sabbath albums here, so bear with me. Black Sabbath did a spin-off with Dio, but they couldn't use the Black Sabbath name. The band was called Heaven and Hell, and the album was called The Devil You Know. That's one of my favorite metal albums. Led Zeppelin's number 4. That was fantastic. I was Stairway to Heaven, When the Lady Breaks, stuff like that. Alter Bridge's third album, AB3. What else? Megadeth, Rust in Peace. You can't go wrong with that, right? No, absolutely not. Though I admit, I tried the new album.
Yeah, I was about to say So I got the album during the week and I told you about it. You've picked it up. What did you like?
I felt it's a lot better than their more recent efforts.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's a good way if it's their final album. They're left on a high note. Not their best work, but their best in a long time.
What did you think of their version of Ride the Lightning? Of course, I was saying to a friend yesterday, technically it's not a cover because he actually had a hand in writing the original.
That's right.
So it's just their version of it.
Put it down to the sound mixing and the production, of course. It was a lot tighter and a lot cleaner, and a lot less reverb compared to the original. So everything still flowed really well together. Dave did a really good job with his voice. It's really hard to compare the two. Like when you hear the first one and you've heard it for so many years, you can't just say the new one trumps it, but you do appreciate the other band's take. You know what I mean? So definitely, I'm very satisfied with the album start to finish.
Yeah, cool. Right, next one is top 10 songs.
Ooh, okay. Into the Void, Black Sabbath. So many Black Sabbath songs. Heaven and Hell. We'll be here all day, man. If I'm going to spit out some AC/DC, there's obviously Back in Black, You Should Know How Long. A heavier song you know it, of course, but The Razor's Edge, one of the heavy ones. Ball Breaker, a very heavy, very dirty song. Let's see, who else? I never think of one off the top of my head, can I? There's so many, dude. Alter Bridge, as for them, Metalingus, you might know it as Edge's theme song.
Oh, okay.
Yes, very, very fucking great song. Let's see, if I can name another band outside of that, let's see. Megadeth, of course, there's Hangar 18, there's fucking, Christ, where do you even start with it? Hell, I even like Super Collide.
Yeah, that song is highly underrated. I actually really like that one.
Whenever it comes on in my mix, I'll blast it every single time. Honestly, yeah.
Alright, top 5 musicians you'd bring back to life.
Lemmy.
Obviously, yeah.
Bon Scott. We're all past away now, but obviously Dio. Ozzy.
Cliffy?
Yeah. Look, I love Metallica. I love their early different, very unique. But I didn't get introduced to Metallica through that era first.
Yeah.
I was Black Album and then like the Load and Reload. They were all sort of my introduction, and then I went back.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But why? So put throw Cliff in there for sure.
The only other person I put in there, even though it was more rock than metal, but every time I see these things on Facebook about which one of these musicians you bring back, whether they be pop or rock or whatever, I've always gone with Freddie Mercury.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, I don't know, there's something about Freddie that comes to everyone. So,
absolutely, charismatic showman, party boy, you know, life of the party. Absolutely.
Yep. All right, this one will make you think.
Okay, here we go.
If you were to make a heavy metal supergroup, even though there's some out there already, who would you have in it? Okay. I'm gonna do a mixed bag here. All right, so bear with me. Miles Kennedy on vocals, amazing. If you have not checked him out, Miles Kennedy and Slash and Alter Bridge, fantastic vocalist. One of the best vocal ranges I think in history. Probably right up there with what was his name? Soundgarden. Chris Cornell.
Yes. So I don't know why I'm blocking his name. Right up there with his vocal capability. But then I put Phil Rudd on drums because he's he's a machine, right? I put Slash on guitar because he's very versatile when it comes to playing. Very heavy blues, but can go really heavy metal. Duff McKagan, bass.
Yep.
And then I'd go, who would be a great rhythm guitarist? Malcolm Young.
Okay.
So a little bit of fucking Guns N' Roses, a little bit of Alter Bridge, a little bit of AC/DC. I think that would be a great mix.
Okay, this one's a quick and easy one. Which band do you wish was still around? Now that means because members have passed away or they've just broken up.
Ooh, that's a tough one. The Ramones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bit of punk there. All right, next one. What's your opinion on celebrities and other people wearing metal shirts? Whether or not they're a fan of the band or not?
Whether they're a fan of the band or not, they're promoting metal. I don't care. You're wearing a Ramones shirt, you're wearing a Metallica shirt, Megadeth shirt, doesn't matter. You're wearing it, whether you know that you're wearing it or not, you're creating awareness for the band. Yeah. That's only a good thing.
Because there's one celebrity I saw years ago who, she went a bit strange, but she was seen, this is Miley Cyrus, she was seen wearing an Iron Maiden shirt out in public. I think it was even the Can I Play With Madness shirt, if I'm correct. And people were calling her out on it. And actually saw a clip on YouTube that she's actually telling people, no, I'm an Iron Maiden fan, and rattled off a whole bunch of their discography. So yeah, you know.
What shirt was the Prime Minister wearing a few months back? Remember that?
No, I don't.
Oh God, yeah.
What's the news, dude?
No, fair enough. He was wearing a band from the 80s and he got criticised because the kids didn't know what it meant.
Well, so? That's not his fault. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Well, and like I said to Rex on many occasions when I'm filming my channel, it's like, whether it's pop music or rock or metal music that we weren't a fan of back in the day or the 90s, we love it a lot more now.
Oh yeah, you appreciate that.
Exactly. I mean, look, that's why I love metal so much. There are still bands that I'm finding now that I'm enjoying. Right? But today's normal music, like I listened to the top 3 songs that made the Triple J Hottest 100 last week.
Right.
If that passes at music today, dude, then we're all fucked.
Yes.
As a
not many people are happy with the Triple J.
Yeah, I mean, the chick who won #1 sounded like it should be on bloody the charts on the normal radio. Anyway, right. Okay, final question. Sort of a last supper question. What 10 musicians, dead or alive, would you like to sit down and have dinner with?
Oh God.
And just shoot the breeze.
Okay. Bon, Lemmy, Hendrix. I know they're not all going to be metal. They're fucking iconic legends. And maybe not. Morrison. Who else is Ozzy? How can you not have Ozzy at the party? Dio.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Go with Cliff Burton. Why not? Add him to the mix. Malcolm Young. I'm going to stay with my core couple of top bands, of course. Yeah. How many was that? 6 or 7.
That's okay.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah,
that's a party if I've ever had one.
That's a party.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on again.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. Right, guys. That's my long-time tag team partner and fellow wrestler and metalhead, Jack Gibson. Until next week, my friends. Wash on.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jake, for that riveting insight and your love of metal, my friend. Now, continuing on with Jake, it's kind of interesting how my amazing fiance bought me the new Megadeth album the other week. And Jake had wanted to know if it actually had the bonus track of Ride the Lightning on it, because that's the only reason he'd pick it up. So I gave him a call one day and look what I've got. And he goes, oh, that's awesome. And I said, you're happy to know that it does have the bonus track on it. So then he got it like the next day. And I listened to it like 4 or 5 times straight at work, and he pretty much listened to it the same way on the way down to and from Canberra. So we both highly rate the new Megadeth album. It's absolutely fantastic. And I'll get Rex to pop up a couple of pictures. One, it actually reached #1 in the Billboard Hot 100 charts down here in Australia. So how good. But even better, the ARIA charts, which is our big record thing here in Australia. And it reached #1. So I was going, how good is that? #1 at the ARIA charts. And metal is awesome. Take that, mofos. So yeah, Megadeth all the way there, boys and girls. And I was talking to Jake this morning about more Megadeth stuff. So yeah, Jake, cheers. Thanks for last weekend. And get into more Megadeth. Gotta love them. Now, on a more somber note, my friends, we had a great loss in the entertainment industry last week. None other than the amazing Catherine O'Hara. And the funny thing is, I actually looked at all the stuff she's been in, but I've actually only seen her in 3 movies, which was the original Beetlejuice movie. Haven't seen the second one yet, but I know she's in that. And she played Kevin's mum in the Home Alone movies. And it was great that when he got inducted into the Hollywood Walk of Fame, getting his star there, she spoke at his induction, which I thought was sweet and amazing. So, rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara. But that is this week's edition of Dozer Metalworks, my friend. And until next week, mosh on.